mm, 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 mm. I don't actually know the words there, and I didn't want to offend the country that they shout out because I realized we were live. You know, like
I don't know the words either.
I was about to say, like,
I know like one of them.
Jump on it, jump on
That
it.
part.
And then they said like I don't know, it's like Kiwasabi. Is that right? I don't know. Yeah, see, that's the one.
It's bump,
might be.
bump, bump. Are there
Well,
words
we've all
on
got
top of
that
it?
part. Yeah, there's words in the middle.
That's not what he was confused about.
But
tell you.
after the last note, they say a place, and then they say jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. That's why the name of the song is Jump On It.
Oh no, yeah, because they're like calling out different cities around the world.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
jump
But
on
like
it.
I
Okay.
have, yeah, but it's also like
Haven't
that.
heard that in a while. that
But
is
it's
a
also
thing.
like I don't remember the cities. I know like Toronto gets said at one point.
There's Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago's
You sure?
in it.
I feel like that just might be a version we heard in the city. That might just be.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see what the cities are.
There's no way that it has more than like 12 lines of lyrics, so it's definitely worth looking up.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like this city. Jump
Jump
on
it, jump on it. Musical break.
Dallas.
Dallas.
San
Yeah,
Antonio.
Dallas, San Antonio, Houston.
Don't say
Austin.
yeah like you knew this shit, Parts. You been out this conversation the whole time.
Phoenix.
Don't come in like, yep, Dallas. Yep, I knew it. Like,
Well, it's also not like Phoenix, Cali, Vegas,
okay.
Seatown.
Cali is a whole state,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
Seatown is not a state.
Where is Seatown?
I don't know. I assume like
It's
Seattle,
I think they wanted to get everyone involved.
Atlanta, Orlando, Miami, Tampa,
They're really trying to hit all the corners of the contiguous.
trying to get everyone
Or
at
Kansas
Kansas
City, Columbus, Little
Kansas
Rock,
City?
Denver, Chicago, Portland, St.
That's so
Louis,
many-
East
They
Side,
basically hit
Tacoma.
every big city.
No Toronto.
in our entire country.
Okay, then I'm tweaking.
Tacoma.
I thought Kiwasabi was in that bitch for some reason.
They had
I mean, it
every
might be.
single
I did
one.
not look at any of the other lyrics. They go through this way too many times.
It's not a short song.
No.
It's not short. And it's got a breakdown.
Oh, yeah, I know. I remember.
Like it's a full song. Like Missy Elliott flipped it for damn, it don't matter where it's from, it's where you at. And if you came to freaking league, better bring your hat. Yeah, the weird song. It's
Yeah.
the beginning of the movie Stick It, which is a movie about a gymnast girl who
Yes.
actually wants to be a biker. It's wild that we connected there. I love that movie, though.
I've seen it.
I've seen that movie several
It's not
times.
a bad movie.
No, not at all. Not at
There's
all.
a whole big triumph at the end where they're like, "Screw you, judges,"
and they pull the bra straps out, so they're showing
because the other girl got
that shit was
disqualified.
ignorant. But if I saw that happen, that'd be the most lit gymnastics tournament ever. Where it's just like they all said, "Fuck the score, she gonna win."
Yeah.
Like, bro, that shit crazy. What is up, and welcome to another episode of Better Than Cable. G, you are in here. You are in here this week to hear us talk some ish. You are here with J-Treb from Miseducation and Music. We do not have Ananya, but we do have Parts from Nevaland Podcast, and we got Bobby out here on the MFM boards. We're here this week to talk some ish, as we usually do. And our ish started with Stick It, which is a
Yeah.
crazy movie. Is that Jeff Bridges in there too? Randomness. No, it's
don't
not Jeff
know any
Bridges.
actors.
Never mind. Yeah, you're wrong crowd.
Wrong person.
Is there a
Parse
comment?
might know.
Oh, is that Parse in the comments?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's him saying yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we ain't here. What's everybody been up to? What's everybody been doing?
Life,
Life.
work, that.
Honestly, yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
this pose
Life,
is
man. Life has been going
I
on.
look at myself on there and then I'm like, I look
Yeah, I be
weird, and then I
readjusting.
move,
I gotta
and then
stop
I'm
looking
like,
at the
I still look weird, and I think I just
gotta
make
stop looking at
myself
the
like
screen. That's what I'm
take
saying.
weirder and weirder positions throughout the
That's what I'm
show.
saying.
You know, I don't
Weird
think I help
shit.
my.
That's what I'm
help my
saying. I'm
case.
just be sitting like this at one point.
That looks relatively normal on
That's
the screen.
no, it doesn't. What? That is relatively normal. It's crazy. I have both feet on the back of the couch.
That's a wild position to be in.
Oh man, that's not even comfortable. Like
No,
I could
no.
not hold that for several minutes.
Well, you
Just
gotta
hold that for the
actually set
entire-
up. You were doing it as like a bit. You
hold
gotta
that
get
for
the
the
feet
entire
on the
time.
back.
This would do that as a bit versus for real.
Yeah, yeah. Use less abs. You know.
Alternative seating.
Yeah.
Alternative seating. I feel that.
Just every Better Than Cable, we come in seated in random ways. Like I'm
I
upside
would
down.
so be down for that. Like every episode, everyone is seated differently. Like we just have different types of seats. We have like people sitting like on just like this one time, and the couches are empty one day, and we're just
Yeah.
sitting on the floor. Like, but you can still see the couches in the shot.
Do you think
Like,
I could macro a button on the Roadcaster to start it so I could like do it from upside down?
you could? I mean, we do it on PC now. You can macro all of those.
That's fair. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
The disadvantage is why we couldn't use those for anything back in the day was because we were on Apple.
Oh, did
And
they
Apple,
just not have like a Mac
They have
setup?
it, but you have to. Well, no. First of all, it's third party software.
Is it all third
it's
party?
Like Rode did not release the software to make the buttons in the macros.
Gotcha.
But you can easily do it on Windows, and you can like have those all on Streamlabs controls, so you can make them change scenes and shit.
Good to know.
It is. I mean, dude, if you ever really want to get into it for no reason, like, I don't think we go that crazy in
I'll
here.
jump on it.
that is the wildest callback. Oh man. Oh, do we have some topics for today? I mean, we did talk about a few things. There's also the Apple event thing that we can put on there
Apple
too.
events coming up.
Yeah.
I'll just throw this in there quick because I'm just following this company's downfall. And
Yeah,
I
you've been
love the
following
event.
this since it started.
So Boeing's falling down a hill again.
Or out the sky.
Well,
What happened with them?
both out of space. NASA has decided that the Boeing Starliner is not safe to bring the 2 astronauts it took to the space station down.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
SpaceX has to take 2 crew off their next crew launch, so there's extra space for SpaceX's capsule to bring them back down.
Yeah, that really makes them look bad.
Yeah, yeah. This was like the demonstration for it, like the proving flight to be like safe for humans. It lost like 5 of 29 boosters on the way up.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Maybe I'm personally just ready to give up on space travel. Because it seems like leaving it to the capitalists, somebody's going to lose bad.
Oh, the other companies are doing fine. Well, SpaceX is doing fine.
I mean, with space, I feel like you're doing fine until the day you don't.
Well, in a way. So you got to look at it like this. Boeing is like $4 billion over budget and has launched this thing like twice. SpaceX has launched their crew thing like 45 times and have not had any issues with it.
Yeah.
So it is like until it goes wrong, but one also has 100% success rate on every flight.
If we're going on averages.
Well, but even Boeing's like unmanned flights, massive things went wrong. Like it was spinning in space on one of them and they couldn't stop it and all this stuff. So it's just gone wrong with everything.
They don't have the talent over there, dude. I think like no one wants to work for Boeing anymore.
Oh, I don't even think it's the talent specifically. I think it's just the mentality in the workplace. Like, get it out. We have to get it out. We need to get paid for it. I don't care if it's wrong.
Yeah,
getting
rushed.
I feel like that's the disadvantage of like companies that get up to the level of like where they are status and monetarily, where it's like eventually it's like it's weird that the people who like are damn near poised to be in the best position are going to try to cut the most corners. Because it's like there definitely was a time period in which they could have efficiently done things to get to where like SpaceX is, obviously.
Well,
but it's like there are obviously factors inside of there that caused them to like mess up catastrophically.
Well, they were much more like that in the early 2000s, and they merged with another company, and the other company's CEO took over both companies. And he was very profit oriented. So it was like cut waste, cut fat. We need 20 more planes a month to come out. Well, not even regulations. It just instilled the mindset of like, look, if you can't work faster, get out.
Yeah, but it's not good. Like that's
why they're dealing with all this
people's
now.
Lives. Like,
that's the problem with dude. They're just focused on their revenue, dude. Right.
Yeah.
So when they have an over focus on revenue, and they're trying to be, like the most capitalist country, capitalist company, just making tons and tons of money. They're going to cut every corner possible to try to maximize profit.
It's like, but isn't that the thing that we like, ironically also say is what like makes people good at things? It's weird. It's like, that's one of those, it's double-edged sword to like deal with the like capitalistic structure and also trying to protect human lives and advance science.
The problem
is it's like there's an intersection where this like it kind of doesn't
you
cross.
Cut corners with going to space. You can't cut corners.
It's like you can't. It's like
that's as simple as that.
I mean, like even cutting corners as far as like planes. Like this is the same company that had doors coming off their ships.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
why they're going down a hill again.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, the space thing. It's like, that's like you trying to propel science forward and do all these risky things, and maybe some things will go wrong. But then it's like, y'all fucking up the one thing we thought y'all could do. Like, this was y'all thing.
No, they're messing everything up.
Like, you hear Boeing, you think plane, and then now you hear Boeing and you think plane door off.
They have like Midas's touch, but the opposite.
Literally, but it's like they went from
anything with
having
their name on it.
It's almost it's like what's that fucking quote? It's from a Marvel movie. It's when you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Yeah,
it's decent.
Yeah.
But it's like that's literally where they are. We're watching them become a villain. It's like we're watching you become the thing that it's like, this is just gross. Y'all niggas just don't want nothing but money, and you don't care who gets hurt in the process.
No, and I mean, I think you're right. I think there's a crossroads between like making money and making this thing safe, but like that's where they were. Like,
and they were like, turn this way.
From 1970 to 2005, that's where they were. That's how they built their reputation of building like good quality stuff. And now they have turned down the road of plunging costs on everything, cutting out anything that could be extra for safety, like extra checks, extra employees, making sure people aren't working crazy hours. Get rid of all that so that they can take more of a profit. Because I think I mentioned too, like one of the last times we talked about this, they had an interview with the government. They've actually had a few now. But during one of them, a congressman was just ripping the CEO, and he was like, how much was your Christmas bonus? It was like 152 million. Yeah. And he was like, you couldn't have hired 10 more quality assurance people with part of that?
I was about to say, with a fraction, 10 more? I was about to say 10 more per factory.
Well, who cares? 10 more per factory. They have like one per factory floor right now.
Like, bro, even if you paid them $1 million each, it's 152 million jobs.
Yeah, dude.
Well, it's 152 jobs at $1 million apiece. Like,
and it's like, dude, especially for airplanes, like we've perfected this technology at this point.
Like
this technology has existed.
Well, we're pretty deep in there.
We're pretty close.
The numbers are good. The numbers are good.
So
I mean, we're not at UFOs traveling, bending gravity, but we're pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying?
My argument about
messing it up.
Perfected is like mechanical failures still happen.
I was going to say, we've all been on a plane that's been on the tarmac being like, we got to fix something here. And it's like, this is not a perfect system yet.
Yeah.
It's getting closer though. Like we're good at airplanes. There are airplanes today that they could not have built in the past that fly around.
The one thing that I sometimes think we perfected, like we're way closer with it, is trains. The regular old fucking train system in America is insane.
You can make some cool trains.
It's not even I wish
trains
we had
were perfect from the inception. Trains were always great.
I wish we used them more. Like, I mean, of course we use them a lot for commerce. Like, it's insane how many trains are traveling. Like, most of the shit we get in this country is on trains. Yeah. Like, it's gonna touch a train. Like, just because we have such complex railways throughout this entire country. But it's like, I feel like that mode of transportation and how many people it can efficiently bring somewhere, like with like just such a low risk of death. It's like, this is really fucking cool. Like, and I feel like we didn't spend enough time here. Like, I want the hyperrail shits. Like, I want the quick train. Like, why didn't we keep going on this one? We were good at it.
Well, everyone abandoned it for cars because cars were invented here, and all of a sudden you didn't need to be around other people to travel.
Type shit. I mean, as a person who doesn't like a lot of people, like, I feel how we got here, but it's like, damn, I wish we didn't.
Well, and I don't even know. I think maybe part hassle too, but I think that has to do with it is like city transit systems weren't getting a lot of people. So then they kind of took that to mean, well, like commuter rail wouldn't get any either. So commuter rail fell by the wayside. But on like a real train, that's like you have a train ride that lasts a day, you have a cabin. Yeah. Like you aren't just with everyone. There's like a bar cart, there's a sunroom. I was about to say, there's like different levels to it as well.
I mean, like, dude, like, I would 100%, like, if it was, like, train travel, like, just nice across the country, I'd do a little train trip, a little 2-monther across, like, the contiguous, one side to the other.
I don't even think you need 2 months. It'd be like 4 days.
For fun.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I mean, like,
I would, stops.
Yeah, this was being intentional. Like, it would be like, I'm trying to see all the parts. Like,
dude, all you got now is, like, the freaking crappy Amtrak, dude. Yeah. And it's like, it feels dirty just sitting down, dude, on that thing, bro.
It's just the Greyhound. It's just the Greyhound on rails. It's, bro, like...
That thing's dirty, dude.
There's like
I don't like
these trains over in Europe, bro.
Yeah,
they got some nice ones, bro.
Mm-hmm. You can take a train somewhere in Europe.
And the other ones, they still got the cabin, the bar cart, all of that, but it's like far more.
And dude, those are bullet trains too, right? Like they're going pretty fast.
Well, I don't think
they're pretty
France
fast.
has a couple. I don't think
Yeah.
like England has very many.
Not all
I think
of
it's
them.
mainly
Not all of
like
them.
France.
Yeah.
But France has one that'll hit like 200 miles an hour.
Dude, that's sick.
The fact that we
That's
call
sick.
them bullet trains is a little wild.
It's fast.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it's not as fast. It's not even close
look
to a
kinda
bullet.
like
I
it.
guess just the
They just shaped
association.
like it again.
Yeah.
Well, they're
the
shaped like it
association's
for
just wild.
aerodynamic reasons.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
damn, like we just
I mean-
associated that one to death real quick.
Look, if you took a bullet train and you made a bridge that ended halfway across,
It's a bullet for a second.
yeah,
You're not wrong.
it's
It's
a
a
big
really
bullet.
long bullet
I was
with
about to
parts.
say, with people inside of it.
Well, you could make an empty one for the
Then-
experiment.
It's just a weapon. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
I
that's
would- I
basically
would
a missile.
argue- I
We're
would
talking
argue-
about a missile
I was
at
about to
that
say,
point,
I'd
right? Like,
argue a car at full throttle with no one in it is also a weapon at this.
Well, yeah,
in
yeah.
this
a
analogy.
car is definitely just like a moving bomb.
A car is
like
a
a
weapon
weapon
with
involved
people in
type
it.
of thing.
Yeah,
it's
I
like-
mean the vehicles can be weapons. That's
Yeah.
just the thing.
It's
Anything
just any vehicle.
you control. Yeah. So-
I mean, could a horse be a weapon?
yeah.
Definitely.
Run
People
up
have
to
got
even-
someone,
even
throw a
though-
snake at them, let it
Hey.
kick them.
Okay,
Have you
well,
seen
see,
someone
then
get
I'm not
kicked
gonna
by a
call the
horse?
Yeah, but then it's not the horse's fault. I'm
No,
saying
but you're
more-
using the horse as a weapon.
Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Dude,
Damn,
getting kicked
that's
by a
fucked
horse
up.
is wild, dude. People
Yeah,
get launched like 10 feet.
A
mean,
snake
dude,
could be a
like,
weapon. Same
horses,
scenario, just no
donkeys.
horse.
Like same scenario. Just you can just throw a snake on somebody. Now it's a weapon. You're
Yeah.
not wrong there. Like, just walk by somebody and just hit them with a python. You know, like actually they would.
Yeah,
say
you
that.
just
If
got a
you can't
python
hit-
in your pocket.
I was about to say a python is a pretty large animal.
Oh, I know. And people are running away from you if you're walking down the sidewalk with a snake in
Yeah, I was
your
about to say,
hand.
you have to have a bin. And like it's gonna be in a bin, and you have to like
You
kind
gotta
of.
like chuck it like a bucket of water.
It would be heavier than a bucket of water.
Water's
It'd be
heavy.
like,
I mean, not to the equivalent bucket, but I guess I was thinking just like running by somebody with a painter's bucket of water
yeah,
versus
yeah.
like a bucket with like a boa constrictor.
I mean,
Like,
it doesn't have to be a big snake. You can get a little poisonous one.
That's but then you got to make sure you don't get killed on the way. That's a weapon that can turn against you.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
well, you just hit yourself with some anti venom before, you know, and you're chilling.
I'd still just
but then,
rather not.
You know, like I was about
I'd
to
still
say,
just-
there's premeditated, and then there's I gave myself the antivenom. Like it's
Just in case it
like,
bit me.
I was about to say, like it's one of those things where, like in court, you have zero case. Like you have no leg to stand on here. Did you take the antivenom before you like? So you did this? Like yeah, that's crazy.
I also don't think like even reptile handlers take antivenom before handling poisonous snakes.
I mean, I can see.
I
like,
think
No,
it's
they-
like epinephrine.
they take
I
it
think it's
after.
like
It's
you
like
take
you
it, you
take-
have to
yeah.
go to the hospital.
yeah, but also I think it's like a.
It
it's
also
like-
might
it's
be
like-
really
I
expensive.
was about to say I don't know if it's something you can like take preemptively.
Well, no, you probably can because it would be in your
It's just
bloodstream.
antibodies, I'm
But-
pretty sure, right? Like it's some kind of antibodies.
well,
that
it is,
counteract.
but it's made from the venom too. So you have to
Yeah,
milk
yeah.
poisonous snakes to get
You've
it.
never seen snakes on a plane?
So I've only seen parts, never all the way through.
It's the dumbest
I've
shit.
seen it.
I
The
know,
movie
I know.
is
They're just
landed-
coming out of everything. I know.
Bobby-
I've seen parts.
Bobby, this movie, the only reason people live is because somebody played a flight simulator on the plane. I'm surprised you didn't pay attention to this movie. I feel like
Well, I never sat down to watch it. It was just like my dad was flipping through channels. Oh, snakes on a plane. There are snakes coming out of every crevice. Let's go to something else. You know, it's just was on for 5 minutes one time.
Snakes
And
on a
a
plane.
little kid is the reason. So they're trying to like find all the antivenoms, and this little kid just starts drawing the snakes, and it's like that's how they start saving people's lives. And it's like, nigga, what? Like it's the
That makes me think
Interesting.
of that
the
movie
resolution of the
Sharknado.
movie. Yeah, literally, it's Sharknado.
Sharknado
before
is a great
Sharknado.
movie.
That is the worst review I've ever heard of Sharknado. Like Sharknado is not even mid. Like
Sharknado is it's
Sharknado-
different.
Yes, yeah, to say the fucking least.
It's different,
It's
but it's a
different.
thing. Like what? Who else showed us what would happen?
What type of defense are you building here? Like it's
But it's
different.
the thing.
But
It's the thing.
Like,
I don't know. It's one of the things like when you're a kid, you're like,
I'm gonna challenge you to
I wonder
not
if
use
that
the
could
word
be a
thing.
thing.
Like,
okay, all right.
Can you
all right.
use any other adjective to describe the movie? Because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really was just a
I
thing
got
to
you.
me.
I got
but
you.
I feel like in
So,
a defense.
It's like when you're a kid and you combine two things to be cool.
It's literally
And someone made a movie about that. And it was a tornado and a shark.
I think,
But instead, like, maybe you said lobster tiger. No one made Lobster Tiger the movie, but
A lobster tiger is like the worst combo I've
I
ever
was
heard.
about to say, by giving us
I'm
a
no
worse,
longer a child. I can't do this,
by
okay?
giving us a worse option, you did not make the current option better. Like I think, like
No one
lobster-
else showed us what a Sharknado would do to the world.
No one had to. Now I think this movie sounds like two frat bros getting high and going, "Yo, like what if the tornado? Like what if a shark got swept up in that bitch?"
I have questions.
And another
I need the
dude went,
sequel. There is a
"That's right.
sequel,
There
right?
are 4 of them, Bobby.
There's 4?
There
Oh,
are
okay.
4
I gotta dive back in.
Sharknado
That's
movies.
crazy.
I've
I didn't
definitely
even know
only
that
seen the
before.
first
Why do
two.
I know more about the
God damn.
lore and I'm not the one defending it? Like
I don't know. See, I enjoy things for what they are, and I don't always
the quality
go back.
never gets better either. They have more money every time, and the quality.
Did
is
you
the
watch
same.
all 4,
That's okay.
Josh?
Yes, I've seen all 4. And have you ever heard of Lavalantra?
No, that sounds
Sharknado.
interesting.
Sharknado before Sharknado is Lavalantra. It is a movie about this
No.
volcano that these huge, like bigger than human tarantulas come out of.
Piranaconda was before Sharknado.
Oh, God.
I remember some piranha movie, and I don't know what it was, but there was a piranha, and it was.
I think it was
3D.
Piranaconda.
Piranaconda. Is that a real thing?
There was some
Is that a real
movie, Piranha something 3D came out back. in
Yeah,
the day.
yeah.
I
No,
remember
but it was
that.
like 2010.
Piranaconda is a movie. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
This is wild.
Yo, what is this,
Piranaconda.
dude? What the frick?
Yeah, it's Piranaconda. That's what I was talking about. It only got a 2.9 on IMDb. I've
Okay,
never
so the
seen
movie
that.
I was
Kinda-
thinking of is just called Piranha 3D, and I remember all the promotional shit for this because it was so crazy. And then I watched
Dude, why
the
is
movie,
its eyes so small?
and it was bad
It's piranhas.
because
And
piranhas.
why are there
Have you ever seen
why
a
are there so
piranha?
many women in this movie?
piranhas?
What the heck is this movie?
It looks like a Godzilla.
It's literally the cover page is like a woman in a bikini
Oh,
next to this
yeah,
giant
hold up,
monstrous
hold up.
Sex sells
anaconda.
Parts.
They need the piranhacondas to
Also,
sell.
its eyes aren't small. On a snake, the eyes are this way. So you can only see
Oh,
like
its
the
eyes
front
are
of
on the
them.
side.
Yeah.
Oh,
your visualization did not help shit.
I think it did.
that sort of helped. That sort of helped.
That's not better. It's hard to get both hands. Like,
I feel like
I
you
see
should have
the
just.
side of it
I feel like
now.
you should have
in a
told me
way,
to look up a
pointed
picture.
that way. But yeah, no, the
looks so
legendary
dumb.
days of sci-fi indie movies. Just flip
They're
on a
s-
random
they're
animal movie.
still happening.
What's new?
They've not stopped.
Has anyone seen the new Twisters?
No.
No, I gotta see
I have
that.
like no interest. It's on.
is that?
It's on HBO.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta check it out at some point.
I don't know if I care about tornadoes.
I was just like, the first Twister was a good movie.
I didn't think it was good. I thought it was just on all the time. Does that make sense?
Did
Like,
you watch
there-
it through?
Yes, but
Okay,
there's just some
okay.
movies where I'm like, I feel like this was just like Ghostbusters to me. I don't think I know if it's good or bad. I just know that I watched it a lot. Like, and there's
Yeah.
like anything that was on like FX back in the like 2000s
Yeah,
to 2010.
yeah, yeah. I'm
Like
with
it was
you.
just like,
Watch random shit.
Fantastic Four is a prime example.
Yeah.
I, as a Marvel movie lover, as a comic lover, do not know if Fantastic Four, the like first one, if it was good or not, because I've just seen it 5 billion times. So I'm like, of course there's shit I like about
I
it.
think it was like meh. But I mean, that's my opinion too. I also, at the time, I thought it was cool because I was like, a dude's on fire. But when I've seen it after that time,
It's on fire.
Yeah,
there's been stuff where I've been like, okay.
exactly. Yeah, I've watched it
but-
on FX, and you're like, "Yo, what is this? Like, this story is so dumb."
It's
Yeah.
also like Ghostbusters might be a
Yeah,
hot take.
yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's that great of a movie. The first time you watch it, you're like, okay, this is cool. Well, rewatchability, not there.
And that's my
Not
thing.
there at all.
Where it's
Someone's like, let's turn on Ghostbusters
Yeah.
2. I'm like, I've seen the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, but it's also like it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there was a time period where you can very much tell movies were made for theaters.
Yeah.
You were supposed to see this one time on the big screen and fill in the gaps in your memory for the rest of your life.
The
You were
Naked
not
Gun.
supposed to see it again. You were not supposed to see it again. Like the
Yeah, the DVD,
Caddyshack's rewatchability is in one-liners, not the whole movie.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this is like you were supposed to watch it once. And then there's movies, of course, like Star Wars. It's like, I feel like even those, the original trilogy, I'm going back and I'm like, I feel like you can only watch this once a year. Like you're not supposed to watch this repeatedly.
It's-
Like,
It's
They're
too slow
trying
in some parts. Like old movies are a little too slow sometimes.
that
like
too.
now,
Things
like the
have
way they
changed,
make
I'm a
but
quick
that too.
fast forwarder.
yeah,
Before
exactly. So
87.
it's like it's the way we approach movies now is
Yeah.
just different. So then when we go back, we're like, oh shoot, it's slow.
They're trying to sequel Happy Gilmore.
Ew. I want hot
Fun
take.
fact.
I want Adam Sandler to stop acting. Please retire.
Really?
Please retire while we can congratulate you.
Not
Have you
everything
watched
he
any
does
of
is
the new
good.
shit?
What
Any of the
Yeah,
anything,
I've watched-
anything
I've
on
watched all the
Netflix.
new shit.
Anything on Netflix
I
is
watched all this
2018.
new stuff.
I have watched the one where he was
Yeah.
he fake killed himself
Yes.
and then was on a boat for a
Terrible.
while. It was not a great movie, but it's classic Adam Sandler.
That's
Reminds
that's
you
the
of your
problem.
childhood.
If Adam Sandler keeps making classic Adam Sandler movies, they're not classic anymore.
Dude, Uncut Gems was pretty good. Though.
So
Yeah.
will you hate me for this? But I've watched in the past week and a half. I've watched Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2.
That's a wild 2024 take.
I don't know. Like that's old Adam Sandler though.
But also, it's
But
like
that's
it's very
also
much
more
like
than just Adam Sandler.
every beat of the movie, you just know what's gonna happen next.
No, I purely watch them for nostalgia.
And that's the thing too, where it's like I'm not gonna get nostalgia if he keeps going. Like Uncut Gems, I'll give it to you. Uncut Gems was not written by him. I think his company just came on for production at the end, and they've been trying to sell that movie for like 10 years or some shit before he actually agreed to it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's why that movie's good. Because he's just playing a fast talking jeweler who's just like getting fucked up and in the wrong places all the time.
Yeah.
That's like this is not Adam Sandler. But like Grown Ups 2, I remember when that one came out and I was like, this is literally Grown Ups 1 in a new place.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Well, they
like-
just all moved to the same town.
yeah, like,
What
but
do you
like-
think of the murder mystery stuff, Josh?
no.
Murder Mystery, is that the one with Jennifer Aniston and
Yeah,
Europe?
yeah. I just watched that.
If Adam Sandler could go an entire movie without using that one voice that we all know he does, that's like high pitched and his tongue's too big.
Oh no.
Literally,
Yeah,
whatever it
we-
is, yeah.
didn't even have to
And it's
do
not
it
like
for everyone to
yeah.
understand. It's the thing where his tongue is just coming out of his mouth the entire time and it's high pitched. And it's like, who are you supposed to be? If he could go a whole movie without doing that, like Uncut Gems, I think he'd be back in the game for me.
So you know what I think happens
But in
there?
the murder mystery movies, you will see it still.
You
Like,
know what?
it's going nowhere.
You know what I think happens there? I think he thinks he's doing different voices, but it all comes out the same.
Wait, have you ever seen?
It's like so.
It's like a person who thinks their accents are good.
Well, yeah, but then it's always the
It's
same
exactly-
accent, and you're
it-
like, you just said
it's
Cheerio
always the
in
same
an
voice.
Good
American
eye,
accent.
good
really
eye,
is.
Mike. Do you like my African accent?
Even it's that
No,
shitty-
like-
There was that shitty Halloween movie.
Oh,
He's
God.
doing that
Hubby
same fucking
Halloween?
voice, dude.
Hubie Halloween,
He just has a
I've not
list.
seen that
He just
one.
added a list on top of it.
Hold
It was
up,
the
let
same
me-
fucking thing,
I
though.
was about to say, dude, like
What's some new Adam Sandler that I've seen?
everything that me and Pars have named that is not worth watching on, like, don't give Netflix the data. Please watch it illegally. But like, it's like
I might have seen like a
it's like
newer
watch it on
David
somebody else's
Spade
account.
movie
Don't do
than
it.
him.
And see, that's the problem too. David Spade, same camp. But either way,
I mean, that's fair. I
Adam
didn't say it was
but
Sandler.
also,
good, but
if David Spade and Adam Sandler stop making movies, Rob Schneider's never gonna fucking act again. But that's just
But
another hot take.
that's a good
I gotta say that fucking the one with the alien, Josh, the alien spider.
Bro,
that was
Pars.
fucking
I'm so
stupid.
mad that you've watched all
was
of these
so-
too.
Oh, is
They're
that
not good
Spaceman?
movies?
Is that I gotta check Spaceman out?
No, you don't. These movies are so bad. These are
That was
these are,
the dumbest movie I've ever seen.
these are the
That's
movies that
easily
I
the
like
dumbest.
passively watch at 10 in the morning at double speed.
I
Like, and I'm
also-
just like mad at the screen, just going, "What is this?"
It,
Like,
it's just hilarious to me that they were just like, yeah, we got our people. Let's stick with our people. There's also
bro.
that one that was on Netflix for forever, and I can't remember what it is, but he's like a bail bondsman.
Bounty Hunter.
Bounty hunter, yeah.
No,
Jennifer Aniston.
no. Bounty Hunter is the one with Gerard Butler. This
Oh,
one
it's
is,
Gerard Butler, yeah.
Yeah,
Never
and
mind.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
The one with him and Jennifer Aniston is called
Murder
Blended.
Mystery.
No, it's called Blended. I
Well,
think the one
also
you're thinking
that.
of.
I mean, there's like 6.
There's so many of them.
There's a few with her, yeah.
Bro. But like, so he has a movie called Funny People from 2009. It's my
Yeah.
favorite Adam Sandler movie ever. It starts
Oh
off.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it starts off like I've seen it so many times. I actually bought it on iTunes. But like it starts off with like these clips and VHS tapes of him doing prank calls back in like the late 80s, early 90s. And it's the exact same voices.
Yeah.
It's the same Same fucking
No, what I
voices.
said.
Like
What I
it's
said.
literally
You
like,
can only
all of
do
it's
it's
two
the
voices.
high
voices.
pitched high tongue one. It's the high pitched fat tongue one. Then it's the same one with the lisp. And then like there's one where he just does it, but he does it in like an old grumpy man voice, but it's still the same thing. And it's like, dude, you've been doing this bit longer than I've been
He
alive.
just thinks they're different voices.
Like, dude, it's crazy. Like this is where I'm
in
like.
his head, there's a mile between all of them.
But see, this is why I'm like, I don't know. And this is like, I'm comparing people, but it's like, I want him to take the Will Ferrell route. Go ahead and just sit down. Go produce some shit. Like Will Ferrell and Adam McKay just started producing movies.
They did.
gave
It
money.
makes me
They
sad.
gave money to scripts that was like just really like it was better. It was better.
It makes me
like,
sad.
I don't know. Yeah, but you see, you're
The
allowed to hold the
story-
nostalgia for your movies and
Yes,
defend them. You
but-
can't defend them when
all
you
right,
got
hear me
Hubby
out.
Halloween 2 on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
just
The
Yeah,
story
dude, that movie was bad. Dude.
I've heard for Happy Gilmore too
stop.
is bringing the band back together.
Of
So
course,
Will
he
Ferrell's
doesn't have
gonna
a
be in
movie
it.
where the band's not together. The band is always together. Like,
Nick Swartzen, I haven't seen him in anything in a
he
while.
just dropped a special on YouTube 2
Did he
weeks
really?
ago. I listened to the whole thing and was like, "Am I in 2008?" Like every
Wait, really?
dude, it is dick jokes for 45 minutes, and it's like, do you remember me
No.
from Reno 911? And it's like that show is so old, no Gen Z can have seen it.
Yeah,
like,
no.
it's like,
I'm not gonna lie, I think dick jokes sell right now. I'm hearing them
don't.
everywhere.
I think it's because they're realizing they don't have any other jokes.
That might
Yeah.
be the thing.
Yeah.
I was about to say the comedians that
But
are doing numbers
they don't
right
seem
now.
to be dropping.
Literally, dude, Joe Rogan just got ripped a new one by every YouTuber
For
on the
dick
planet
jokes?
for his new special, which is pretty much just dick jokes and Chinese
Yeah,
voices.
yeah, Joe
It's
Rogan's
rough.
new
Like,
special was rough.
It's like it's
There
a
was a
return
spot where it
to
was
2008 in the
Yeah.
worst way. Like,
yeah.
Do you sing the ninja song?
dude, it gets to the point halfway through the special, you can see him visibly sweating. You're just like, this isn't going well
Yeah.
for you. This isn't
Yeah,
going well.
it was. He was sweating.
Was
through
it
his
quiet?
shirt.
Dude,
sweating
no,
for sure.
No, in the
it's
auditorium.
Netflix. All the audio is fake. I don't know if they were clapping or if they weren't, but I know
Okay,
that when
okay.
he hits his like third or fourth, like terrible accent or trans joke, I'm just like the sweat is coming all through your shirt, man. Like you look like
Dude, there was
this is
yeah.
not going how you planned, and I'm just
Dude,
like,
there was a spot where he literally like started doing an accent, but he didn't do it all the way.
yeah,
and then
he
then
didn't even commit
and
for
he,
real.
like bought in.
He was like, I
bought
gotta
into it,
see,
and
I
then
gotta
all of a
feel
sudden
this one
he's doing
out.
it.
Oh,
You're
dude,
like,
it's
what
almost
the
like
fuck?
I shouldn't do. I'm here.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
like,
no, literally.
watching that special, I was just like, oh, this is not the same Joe Rogan that
No.
I used to watch
No, dude,
back
he's
in the day.
too scared. He's too scared to get
I don't
canceled.
even care about him being scared. It's bad.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just like I listen to several comedians who don't say cancelable shit who are funny. So
Yeah.
I know it's
Yeah,
possible.
yeah.
No,
But
it
it's
is.
like I can tell that a lot of your material relies on us putting on our 2011 brain, and it's like
I just,
not where we are.
I personally feel
Yeah.
like a ton of comedians have just been going straight to dick jokes recently.
I feel like
It's
a ton
been
of
a
them.
lot of dick
I
jokes.
feel like a ton of them are not going to be on tour soon.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair too. That's also fair.
No, dude, there's
I don't know.
been some rough ones out here, man. But
The thing about dick jokes, like you can make one good one.
But you
you
can't.
can't make
you can't.
20.
I was about to say you can't do a Nick Swartzen.
Then you
and
just
make it-
just spent an hour
For
and
example,
45 talking about a penis.
I'm about to butcher this joke, but for example, Nick Swartzen has a joke. It's the only one that stuck with me through the whole special.
Did he wrap it around his wrist like a watch?
No, that is from his old special.
Yeah.
that I
I
remember
was
the
wondering
joke
if he recycled
vividly,
material.
But like, that's a wild joke to recycle. But he literally has a joke where he's like, "Yeah, I went back to my hometown and I was like, I'm gonna call up one of my old friends, and I call up his house number and I say, 'What's up, pussy lips?' And his dad on the other side says, 'Hey Nick, you know he doesn't live here anymore.'" And I'm just like, that feels like a joke that I've heard you say before, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like where it's like if somebody would have told me this is an old joke from you, I would have been like, you're right. Like
So if I heard him say that, I wouldn't even think that happened. I just think that's overly scripted.
you have a point there too.
That's just
I don't
playing
know,
off
but
who he is too
if
much.
If it gives it
Surprise
any
me a little
credibility,
bit, Nick.
like Nick
Change,
Swartzen,
grow.
Nick Swartzen and Theo Vaughn are the people where it's like sometimes you can't tell.
That's-
Sometimes they're on a line where it's like, is this a joke? Or did you really do that?
Yeah.
Because you're kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
You're kind
exactly.
of ridiculous. Like,
Exactly.
But it's like that can't be your whole character.
yeah,
No, but it's like, okay, so you were this in 2008, right? You got to grow at some point, man. There's no way you went home and you were so naive that you were like, my best friend, he still lives with his parents after 35 years.
And see, that's where I'm like, if you would have started it with I was drunk as hell, I would have been like,
that's different.
It's a Nick Swartzen thing to do.
That's different.
But then again, it's like,
but then he would have had to try to fight his dad for saying that.
I was about to say the joke has to take a different turn.
Yeah, it's got to get aggressive or something. Yeah, he's got to have a reaction.
He also came out in like basketball shorts.
No, that's totally him. He's done like half of his specials in basketball.
But it's also like, I don't know.
He's also in basketball shorts in half of the movies.
But I was about to say, but also like in 2024, how many times do you see people like, I guess like more dressed up or even like fake dressed up in basketball shorts? Like,
did you ever see?
And I'm talking about the ones that like, you know, down to the calf.
Yeah. Yeah,
2000s energy.
That's big Adam Sandler energy.
Yeah, Adam Sandler walks around in polos in basketball shorts that all look like, and I'm talking like thrift store vibes.
Yeah,
like he walks in.
You ever seen the one where his buddy's the president and he's like a TV install guy?
What?
Okay, it's called like, I don't know. It's like he's Geek Squad and
yes. Oh fuck! It's Pixels.
No, that's the one where they all turn into video games.
It's Pixels and Kevin James is the president.
Is that what it is?
Bobby, don't test me on my Adam Sandler knowledge, man. I'm coming at this from an educated standpoint on my hatred.
That was also a bad movie.
It's Pixels.
I didn't like that.
He's an internet repair guy. Kevin James is the president.
Okay, yeah.
Like, no, dude, you don't forget that. And once again, the band is together there.
No, it's a slightly different band. No Chris Rock. No David Spade. No Nick Swartzen. No, Nick Swartzen's in it. I think he's definitely in it. I remember the season.
Oh, shit. It's like...
Dude, but I think Adam Sandler even has a special on Netflix recently, right? I saw one. I was too scared to click on it.
Recently?
Because I was like, it's probably bad.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to change my opinion on you. I've watched
one
so
on
many
there,
bad movies that I can't, I don't like. No, let me think you're actually still good at stand-up.
No, yeah, he's in Pixels.
But was he ever good?
There's him running from Pac-Man.
That's almost where I'm at with it, where it's like, yo, if you make 10 more of these movies, like...
Yeah. Who?
Adam Sandler. If we do another 10 picture deal on Netflix,
no,
I'm going to be like,
hey, cranking out money on these.
He's
cranking out money on these.
I am not hating on him at all. Yeah, grab your bag.
You missed several of the movies, though.
Dude, that's okay. I'll go watch them.
My problem is I've watched all of them.
I saw them too.
Parse is here.
That's what I'm saying. You're over here saying, get his bag, and I'm the one accidentally funding it.
Yeah, you guys are both funding it. I'm missing movies. I'm
over here watching all the Will Ferrell, Adam McKay dramas that they've produced.
Some of them I don't mind, but some of them are really bad. Like the spider one, I was like, yo, what is this?
I need to go check that one out.
Literally like, what is happening, dude? Like
is Nick Swartzen in that one?
So bad. Dude, do you think I remember? I think he's in all of them.
He just, when he's not on the cast list, he has a cameo.
They're all in it. If you just ask me, yeah, they're probably in it. Because it's like, dude, some of these movies, it's like you could literally just take a scene out of this one and a scene out of this one. You would not even notice.
Waterboy.
But see, that was a different era. And that's the
before.
voice.
Yeah,
that's the fucking voice. That's the voice.
Well, that's the one with his tongue out. That's the lisp one.
The list.
It's not the high pitch one.
Dude, he reuses the lisp one in a lot of movies.
Well, he does it every time he like mocks something in a movie. He does one of those.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he does that too.
That's
when
his
he's
like mocking voice. Yeah,
but it's like you know nobody wrote that in the script. You know he's like that's an artistic direction he picks. Like he is on set picking that. He's like you know I'm gonna do another take. I'm gonna do it in a funny voice, and everybody's like he's gonna do the fucking voice.
Yeah, and he's like, look, this is gonna be a new voice. This is not the voice I do all the time. Yeah, this is I workshop this one, and it's the same voice. So you got to give him credit for that too. But no, I mean he also might think it's branding. He's like, that's my voice. Fuck. That's the voice. Dude, people want the voice.
So bad. I don't want to hear it ever again. I don't want to hear.
No one wants the voice. If he just does his regular voice, no one would fucking mind, dude.
And it's like, dude, what are you like?
Hey.
It's like it's not even funny anymore. Like,
Rob Schneider does that voice too, by the way.
Rob Schneider in the movie The Hot Chick was hilarious to me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's a movie, I don't know if I want to revisit it. That might not, it's probably never, it's no closer to PC than it was then.
No.
But also, like.
I mean, things don't get closer to PC. If anything, they're getting further away.
They get further away.
Like, you're like, this is a moving goalpost.
If you're having a backyard party in 2008, you could throw on Tropic Thunder.
You're right.
If you're having a backyard party today,
you can still do it.
No, dude, everyone likes Tropic Thunder, dude.
With
I think people are still down with
Tropic
it.
Thunder
People are
has a
still
weird
down with
cultural
Tropic
pass.
Thunder.
It has
Okay.
a weird
You're
one.
not
People are down with it.
A weird one.
People are down
You're
with it.
not wrong.
But it's like we all know that it's bad. Like we're all like Robert Downey Jr. in blackface is fucking rough. Like, but it's also like the acknowledgement of
accepted.
it, the acknowledgement of it in there, and then the comedy from it. You're like, I'm gonna laugh, and if other people around me laugh, that's between them and their morals. Like,
Got to make that decision for yourself.
Literally. Or the priest part at the beginning. It's rough. It's rough. Yeah. The trailer portion at the beginning. It's bad. It's like there are parts.
Bad.
Imagine trying to do
no, but you're telling me you would turn this on outside with speakers.
It would not be at the same volume I would play a Marvel movie.
Exactly.
But I would play it outside of the speaker. Like, if it's Endgame, I'm turning the shit up. But, like, if it's, like, Tropic Thunder, I'm like...
You're playing it at a volume where you hope it's not passing the fence.
It's okay.
Where it's not traveling 25 feet.
It's okay if it gets to the parked cars on the street. That's as far as
if you see a kid walk by, you're pausing it.
Okay, you're right. Yep, you're right. I don't want to expose the next generation to it.
Well, it depends on the scene. Depends on the scene.
There's no scene.
Right?
It's...
I can't think of a
Go watch the movie parts and tell me what part you would let a child watch.
Between Brandon T. Jackson advertising booty sweat every other line, I don't know if there is a single portion of that.
Simple Jack.
Yeah, like...
There's
oh my
everything.
God, I forgot about that. There's... Dude, like, yeah, I would not be like, hey, me and my nephew are going to watch this.
Yeah. Jack Black in it is just a whole problem and is doing cocaine the whole time.
Tom Cruise in the big suit, like, that's the only one where it's like, you could watch this, but, like, it is still offensive. Like, man. Yeah, the goalpost moves. You can never get closer to PC.
No, and that's just going to keep getting farther.
You can never get
Talladega Nights is like, I don't know if I could play that outside on speakers.
Honestly, the
unrated version especially.
No, I was about to say, you can't play the unrated version.
I don't think I've seen the unrated one.
The unrated one has Will Ferrell on a bus getting cursed out for like a minute and 25 seconds straight without the guy taking a breath.
Yeah,
and he says a lot.
I was about to say, none of the curse words are current culture PC in any way. Like,
that's crazy.
It's wild. But also in the rated version that they were playing on FX, there's the part that like God gave us the gun to kill the homosexuals and the dinosaurs. Like they played that one on TV. Mm-hmm. So like different times.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. The unrated version though, Pars, when you see it, you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know.
There's like the changes aren't numerous, but when they come in, you're like, I see why that couldn't have been in theaters.
You'll be like, damn, that's not the version I remember.
now I feel like I got to go back and watch that now.
Yeah, that one and the unrated version of Step Brothers too. Those two are ones where I'm like, the unrated version is
I don't know if
different.
I've actually seen the unrated version of Step Brothers.
Have you
unrated Blades of Glory.
Weird question. Hilarious that's happening on the pod. Did you ever there's a fake nutsack that they drag across the drum set. And if you've seen that, you've seen the unrated version.
Oh, really?
I think I've seen that. I've seen that one.
Will Ferrell has that nutsack.
Yeah, it was over $4,000 or something.
He has it in
crazy.
Case
there's like a crazy factoid about it that it's like it was absurdly expensive.
He kept it. He loved it.
Mm-hmm. Weird, but if you've seen that scene, you've seen the unrated version of Step Brothers.
That was a Hot Ones.
It's a crazy
disclosure.
One.
He was like, "I still have the nutsack."
That sounds like something you say on Hot Ones. There's no other podcasting or interview platform where that is like,
we're gonna talk about
like,
a nutsack.
Nope, this is
yeah. Where else are you gonna talk about
those movies
that?
were so wild, and it's like crazy to think that like people older than us were writing them and creating them to me all the time. Where I'm like, I don't know if I've got a funny movie where someone puts their balls on a drum set in the tank, you know?
No, but that was the time. That was gold.
Yeah.
That
was it gold, or were we just the children that it shouldn't have been marketed to, but it was? Like, I wonder if people in their 40s...
Blades of Glory, though, was
Blades
earlier.
of Glory is hilarious. Blades of Glory is different.
Got my mom to take me to see that in theaters.
How?
She did not
know
what it
was. I was about
was.
to say,
That's crazy.
Someone
That's
gets decapitated in the first 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
We were the only kids in the theater.
Yeah, of course you were.
That's wild.
We were the only
Love you,
kids
Mom.
in the
If you ever
theater.
see this, it was a great experience for me and my younger brothers.
You were.
Also, we convinced our 7th grade teachers to let us watch it for the Christmas party. They also didn't know what it was.
Of course not.
So halfway through it, they were like, why did we do this? And that's your fault for not looking up what we put in the voting pool for Christmas movies.
I was about to say, I'm only going to say it's their fault because they should have known you all were little assholes. Like,
oh, they
Yeah.
well should have known.
Like-
We were a problem. Like, you know, it was like the grade above us was okay. The grade below us was okay. We'd have like 4 meetings with the principal every half of the year.
that was us too.
Yeah.
It'd
It
be
was
like,
just our
we have
grade.
to talk to the entire 6th grade class today.
Yep,
And it's
everyone
like,
go to the church.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's
And
yeah.
then when the problem was that someone had pooped in the garbage can in the church.
Again? Did you say again?
Crazy.
Well, it happened more than once. But when they go make
That's
everyone
crazy.
go to the church after this has happened, it's not a pleasant place to be because you know, churches, Catholic churches on the south side of Chicago, they get hot. They don't all have air
Oh
conditioning.
yeah, no, get ready to sweat and pray.
But if there's poop in a garbage can,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not,
everyone's gonna die.
it's
It's
not doing
that's a toxic fume. That's
Yeah, that's probably a
They
biohazard.
assumed that was us.
Probably a biohazard.
Not
They
admitting
assumed
guilt.
that was us is crazy. There had to be reason for the assumption. These were adults looking at a room of children. They were probably like, "We know who it is. We just can't fucking say it." And you're
Well, if
fucking
only
weird,
one
kid.
grade
Like-
is going through confirmation training at one time.
Yeah, we didn't get caught for any poop in the trash
crazy.
cans. We were
I
doing
did not
way-
poop in a trash
we were
can. I
doing
want to
crazy
preface
shit.
this. I never pooped anywhere but a toilet.
I'm very glad that you cleared your name after all of these years.
Well,
Wow.
since I told the story, I wanted to clarify I was not the one pooping in garbage
I
cans.
feel like you would have told it different if you were the one pooping in garbage cans.
That's fair.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's how you know. You go back to a reunion. And
It would have been
the
a little bit
person-
more detailed.
Yeah, the
It would have
person
been
who's
more
like
detailed.
talking too much,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they're just like, yeah, when they got mad at us for pooping in the left garbage can behind the third door to the right, and you're just like, yo, dude,
I didn't even
yeah.
know which garbage
Yeah.
can
it's
it was.
like, hey, bro, it's kind of
Yeah.
specific. Like,
That's not a lie. I know which garbage can it was. He was bragging about it.
he was like, yeah, I blew that one up. That was me. He wanted credit for his work. It's crazy. Oh man, how long have we been talking?
That dude
for?
didn't wipe, bro. That's wild.
Well, actually, the
Whatever
wipes
that-
were in the garbage can too.
Oh, no way. They brought him with them?
Bring your
actually
own
was.
wipes is crazy.
No,
work.
hold up. It
This
was.
is to bring
was
back, this
the-
is the
wait,
anti-venom thing.
wait, yeah.
You brought
It-
you just premeditated.
It
poop.
was the garbage can in the bathroom.
That's
So
not better.
he
but,
also
like,
he
it's
didn't like
better.
fully poop in the garbage can. He pooped and then like made sure it was like the messiest wipe in the world, and then all the wipes went in the garbage can.
This is disturbing.
This is what
Okay,
happened.
okay.
This is so yeah.
That's still weird.
Yeah.
So weird. So weird.
It's,
yeah.
it's a little bit
No,
less weird.
Your
but
school,
it's
your school is
still
on
weird.
one. Your school is no, it's not less weird. I
Yeah.
think it made it more weird. I don't know. I don't
more
know.
weird?
But also, you now brought up the details that we were like, hey, the details are like the weird part about it that make it seem like somebody did it. And I feel like you just immediately
Now
brought
he
up
knew the
details.
details.
You know?
Now he knew them.
I would.
I'm
All right,
not
look.
saying you're incriminating yourself. I'm just saying after the statements that were made, a layman would.
I
you know,
never had any interest in pooping anywhere other than a toilet. I don't want to deal with that. You know, I got myself in other trouble for stupid ways. Water buffalo noises. Like disruptive
right now.
things. No.
so much going on.
But I would never. Like, why? There's a guy who's got to take that out.
I don't. First of all, children are not thinking about the guy who was to take it out.
I
First,
was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to shit in a garbage can.
children is not their first thought, especially a kid who is ready to shit in a trash can. Like,
How old were you at that time?
how old? What grade was this in? For you?
Eighth.
This? Oh my God, no.
Oh,
no.
wow,
Okay,
that's
never mind.
old, dude.
Never mind. Never
You're-
mind. I take back
you're
all of my
grown.
statements. I take back all of my statements.
You're
should
like
be-
I said
13,
confirmation.
You
what,
should have. You
14?
did. You did. I did not
13
clock.
years old?
That is 13 years old. Yeah, you should have
Yeah.
some regard for the fact that someone has to clean that. Yeah, that's just gross. Yeah, dude,
Wow.
that's weird. How long have we been talking for?
It's crazy.
We're like 52 minutes.
Oh, true.
Plus however long we were on the still screen there.
Yeah, I can't see that far. My
Yeah.
glasses are not on.
It's kind of sad. It's getting a little blurry for me. But you know how I said the prescription's
I'm
not
still on my
quite
old
right.
glasses. Yeah, I haven't gotten my other ones fixed because I haven't had time to go to the south side before
So-
close of business.
My optometrist was like, I'm going to retire. And I had an appointment like 4 weeks after that.
He retired without.
Now it's been an extra like 18 months.
Okay, no, every part of this is on you. Every part of this is on you. I really was about to be like, damn, he left you high and dry. 18 months, bro. You're an adult. Your insurance, like, you
oh
have
yeah,
insurance.
I could go get new glasses tomorrow.
Yeah, I just got insured again. I'm about to go.
I'm
getting everything checked. It's different.
Hey,
bro.
my big
It's different. I'm about to be so healthy. It's not even funny. Y'all don't even know I'm getting blood work done for no reason. Check my shit.
Go for it.
Real shit. But yeah, back to your.
Oh no, I was just saying.
Months.
Yeah, it's just the thing is, what if you go to someone who's not good at looking at eyes, and I end up with a bad prescription, and it's worse than this one.
Have you ever heard of a referral? Like.
Yeah,
Everybody gets their eyes checked. Like,
no, yeah.
Talk to somebody. See who they get their eyes checked by.
Who do you get your eyes checked by?
I'll tell you when we're not on the internet.
Is it on the south side? Because
Yes.
I'm also trying to been avoiding having to drive to the south side.
So yeah, then I can't fucking help you. I can help you with a dentist. My dentist is in South Loop. But like, no, my
weirdly, I'm
optometrist.
okay with going to my dentist on the south side.
Weirdly, I'm
Good
okay
old
with
hometown dental.
I'm okay with going all the way down to the south side for my eyes because it feels like it feels like home. Like all the ladies in there are nice as hell.
Fair.
They all remember.
Well,
me
that's
and
why I was
shit.
gonna go back to
Like,
my optometrist.
Yeah, okay, I feel you. If I got to make a switch, I might switch to the city.
Yeah.
But like, it's something about the South Side when I go over there and they're like, "How's
He
your
also-
mom? How's your sister?" Like, I'm just like, they're great. Like, how you doing? Like, shit like
He
that.
also moved. Like that optometrist's office was a mile from where I grew up all my life. And I get back from college and it's like, oh, we moved to Orland. It's like a 30-mile difference.
That's crazy.
Maybe not. Maybe like
You've low-key been beefing with this optometrist for some years.
No, he's cool. He's cool. He's a cool guy. He was getting old.
Wow.
I understand it. He's probably rich. He was also a driving instructor at this place called the Chicago Autobahn. It's like a country club, but it's a racetrack, and rich guys build garages on the racetrack, but they're really like houses so they can run away from their families, and then they have their cars.
You so casually dropped that in there. They're actually just second home so they can run away from their families and
I
do
mean,
whatever the fuck they want.
look, if a country club could give you a house on it that your wife couldn't come to, because it's a garage. It's
I was
not a
about to
house.
say, like, those are very, like, the old school male-centric vibes, like the 50s, 60s.
Dude,
like,
there's a country club
getting
that's
off
like
and we're drinking scotch.
no women.
There's
so.
several country clubs that are no women.
It's wild. Like you join, you want to run away from a marriage. Join that
crazy.
place. What's it called? It's right next to
But I
Oak
was
Brook
about to
Golf
say,
Club.
but it's probably wild as hell because it's like, what if you're gay? You can both get in. But
Well, yeah,
they haven't thought about that
different.
yet.
Well, that's not the point.
These are not equipped for the 21st century.
That's not the point. That's not what they're trying to keep up.
No, not at all.
They,
not at all.
They are
like,
exclusively trying to keep out the wives.
Yeah, most of these places are also mad weird to me because a lot of the places that are no women are also no phone allowed places. And I
Really?
think that in 2024, it's weird to have no phones allowed as a policy in a paid for space as opposed to something that's like, it's not to be mindful. They're not saying no phones so everyone's paying attention and engaged in conversation. They're saying no phones because it's like, hey, bruh, nothing around here gets recorded, talked about, none of that. Like phones only in locker room.
Yeah,
Like
that's probably what
theirs
they're
is
saying.
a weird confidentiality thing, and I'm like, that would make me feel weird. I would never join a club that
I'm
did
not
that.
gonna lie, I wouldn't join a club that excluded all women. Like I think
That's weird as
to
fuck,
be
too.
first,
You're right.
you got to step back. The problems you have to have anyway to join a club where it's like, yeah, we aren't gonna let a single woman set one foot inside the gate.
But it's also like, how weird are these dudes in here?
Exactly.
If this was a selling point to you, I don't think I want to hang out with you.
Exactly,
Like,
dude. What's
Amplify
going on in your
reunion.
life? What's going on in your life
I
that
don't
you
even
need
know
to
if that's a
run
real threat.
so far, right? Like, and just eliminate all of this from your life. Like, what's going on? You know,
I'm gonna
like,
out the one I know. I can't remember the name of it, so
It's
I'm gonna look
crazy work though, because I don't think you
You'll
can get
know
me to
it.
agree. I know I'll know it. I think I know a name, but I don't want to defame a place that might be allowing women.
it. Butler National.
Was it Butler?
Butler National.
Yeah, I knew it was
Boys Club
Butler. I
still.
was gonna say that. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. But yeah, like it's weird because it's like there's no way that those dudes are normal. Like, there's
Well,
just
no, and
way.
they gotta be like trying. You know, that's like the type of stuff you do if you have enough money to be a member there and have a car there and you want a place that your wife can't go. It's because you have 3 families. One on each
wild.
side. Like you
Have
go
you ever
north
seen the
for
TV
one,
show
south for
Billions?
another, and west for another. I think I've seen parts of it.
There's one guy in the show Billions, because they all make like millions of dollars because they're traders. He has 2 entire families, and like neither knows about each other. And he's like intensely in this, like where it's like he sleeps at one house for like this time, sleeps at one house for this time. And I was like, dude, that's so much money to be making. To also have a headache of them. Like, dude, I barely can keep my schedule together. How in the fuck do you like? I don't even understand.
You gotta hide these 2 families from each other. You gotta not pick up and say Clarice when it's Jordan.
That would be so wild. Or it's like you start calling all the kids the wrong names.
Yeah. Like, who's Tommy? I'm Mike.
Dad, who the fuck is Tommy? You keep saying Tommy.
You
Like,
called me Tommy 20 times today.
Also, it's like, bro, like in 2024, like, okay, different time periods where it's like no smartphones, no nothing. 2024, it's like you would have to have 2 separate phones because only one phone has to have all the pictures of one kid and one family, one dog, one of these.
Actually,
and you can't slip up and accidentally take a picture with this phone of the other family.
Nowadays,
oh my God.
Actually,
everyone's looking through your phone.
How hard is it to cheat? Because it does not seem easy.
You just get an Android. Because Apple's slacking on this feature. So Androids, you can make profiles, and they are completely separate from each other. Like, it just tells your phone, like, the profile only
like
thinks it has as much storage as the profile is given.
Yeah, it's literally like partitioning your computer.
It's like a second OS install.
That's crazy. I think I might have an Android by the end of the year. I might be too
that's
fun.
The whole thing.
Not for profiles.
Yeah, what you doing, Josh? I was like, yeah, what
I'm
you
gonna tell you right now, if I had 2 families, y'all would see it in my face. There's no fucking way. I don't understand how. I'm not keeping my one life together. So like, that's insane. But I want to hop operating systems because I feel like Android has finally gotten cool to me.
Yeah.
Like so, but I still need an iPhone. Like I will have 2 phones. Like, okay. I cannot do.
Are you gonna go fold, or are you gonna go like for one of the like nothing phones?
It's got to do something in the sense that I don't know if I want to fold or flip.
Okay.
Dude, but did you guys see that triple fold that they're working on?
Trifold?
I saw some
wallet
renders.
into a phone.
I saw some like renderings of it. It looks very it looks like future tech from movies in like the early 2000s, if that makes sense.
Like Tony's phone?
Yeah, almost. It looks more like a Tony Stark gadget, but like too thick for Tony to carry around. But like it was very interesting to see something fold more than one time. And I was just like,
it folds like paper type of shit. Yeah,
it's like it's interesting. It's an interesting concept. I don't know how functional it will be though. Yeah, because like the amount of ratings because I've been looking at flip phones a lot, and like the rating that they have for the amount of flips, I imagine it is not great. Yeah. For a trifold phone, it's gonna be like you got like I don't know 10,000, 15,000 or whatever. It's like the numbers are usually in the like tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of how many times you can flip it before the screen's like irreparable in ways. But like I can't imagine it's better if you have multiple flips.
No, you're just stressing it in more places, and where the bends cross has got to be horrible.
Oh yeah, it's just dude. It's like I don't know. Androids are doing cool shit though. That's why Apple is not trying. If Apple,
I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's something like this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even what I thought.
But so like what I'm thinking is like when the phone is like all like that's too much stress on a screen in my opinion. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, and it's also you're gonna have it like going bad at different times because maybe you'll find out that like you like to flip up this part and this part more than you like to flip out this part or something like that.
Well,
so then
those are the same issues they're dealing with right now, though, right? Like with just that fold in the first place. Like if you'd fold it enough, eventually you see that line. Like no matter what, you're gonna see that line.
That's why it's just like, bruh, like that's my only disadvantage. And it's like if Apple drops something that flips in September, like if they announce something that flips or folds, they could keep me, and I might just switch to like a different type of Android device.
Dude, I think Apple would figure it out. If Apple did it, they would figure out the fold problem. They would figure out how to reduce that.
Maybe reduce,
collapsing.
Like, but it's just like I feel like that's an inherent problem with like folding a screen that is high resolution. Like it's like if you did it with a screen that was worse, it could probably flip damn near more times. Like the phone will break before it like looks shitty. But like if you want this to be ProMotion flagship, it's too good to just be folding multiple times in a day.
Yeah,
like, I'm interested though. Like, I mean, like just as far as like just the Android shit these days, it's just like, damn, y'all are doing fun shit.
It's just gotta last like what, a year?
Yeah,
it's just gotta last a year, and then you release a new phone,
literally,
and then you trade it in again. Some of the
Androids are low key priced at a point where I wouldn't mind buying a new phone every 2 years from them. Whereas like iPhones is like they're not coming down off $1,000. Like whereas like some of these Androids is really like $400, $500. for like their like base model flagship. It's not their like
Yeah.
Pro, and it's like it's a decent phone.
Yeah.
I think those mid tiers are going for more like 700.
I gotta sell my phone back
yeah.
to Apple this year.
Yeah, same. 14, right?
Are you guys getting the 16? Are you guys gonna get the
Yeah,
16?
or else they won't give me enough money to get the next
I was about
one.
to say like 2 years.
I'm getting the 16 for
2
sure.
years is
I'm
the must.
The key to Apple is you buy the most expensive phone, and then they just give you the most money back for it.
See, you
Fact.
use yours to buy a phone though, and I love to trade mine in for something. Like I'm just trying to decide if I'm gonna give them this and want a Mac Mini back or an M4 iPad Pro.
Fair, but like this is also $11 a month for all the time I've had it.
Yeah, I pay like $45 a month. But like $45 a month, and I can upgrade whenever I want though.
I could go upgrade.
I was about to say I could have upgraded on the 15, but I didn't see a purpose on it because I was just like, I'm tired.
Do you guys
of the phone.
have that built in with your plan?
I buy mine through Apple, so I have the Apple
Yeah.
every year plan. So I have the one that is like Apple branded.
Oh,
and shit.
okay. Yeah, I just buy the phone outright.
See, I don't like
I used to
doing
do that
The
when
reason-
the phones were $400.
Yeah, I was about to say when the phones were a decent price, I didn't mind that. Once the phones got to ridiculous prices, I was like, I'm gonna give this back to you anyway, and we both know that. Like I would buy it outright if I had goals of selling it for a different purpose. So it's like, if I'm going to give it back to you, I'd rather just like, I wish I could just like actually get the system where I just give you $20 extra, and it's like you give me the new iPad, the new phone every year. Like I just run it because I want.
Yeah,
those
I've been trading them in recently, but like what I was doing is I would just buy it straight up initially.
Yeah. Whereas like now
I just had a separate
bro,
plan.
This is coming right back to y'all. I'm just leasing it, so let me just pay the lease price. Like an iPad, I would never buy on a monthly. But that's because I want that device to be like a computer, and I feel like I need ownership with a computer.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that camera button they're adding? Any thoughts on that?
What do you mean? Are they
adding that?
Are they really adding the camera button, or is it just going to be or is it going to be another programmable action button?
Well, you could probably make it do anything else, but
that's what I'm saying
for the camera.
So it's just going to be 2 programmable action buttons instead of one flippable slider.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm interested, but I also I use my iPhone camera, but like how hard is it to tap the screen? And like, I don't know.
Well, it's just better for selfies. I think
there's already one.
Well, so like I've been on iOS Teen for a second. You can change these. So like you can change these buttons now in here to do different shit, like the camera and the flashlight. And I have yet to find a purpose that makes them like I don't care. There's nothing that I want to put there besides my camera. Like, and maybe I've just been conditioned because I've had all the fucking operating systems, but I'm just like, nah, just camera right there. I don't need any extra buttons. I don't need anything else. Like, and then I don't even know. Of course, you have the one that has the action button on the side, right? Not the mute switch.
Yeah.
Have you programmed that button to do anything different than a mute switch?
Yeah, I just had it open. I talked to ChatGPT, but I was thinking that eventually I would have the voice
I was about
feature,
to say, but
I don't have the voice feature
yet. I was about
yet.
to say, but isn't the new Siri you're gonna be able to connect to your GPT? So then,
So then it'll be built in.
So then what are you gonna make the button after that?
Then I don't know. But at that point, we might be able to do generation. So then I can make it do some task or something, right? So maybe I can do something cool. But yeah, at that point, we'll have those agentic features or whatever.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can do something cool.
First thing I will do with my iPhone 16 is turn off every single AI feature that the phone has.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I
I'm
wonder how
on
they're gonna
that
do it
side
where
right now, too.
where they separate the OpenAI queries from the Apple queries. They said they'll ask every single time. So I wonder how they're gonna do it.
I intend on only using my onboard Siri. I don't need you to send nothing to know nothing nowhere, player. We straight. If I want GPT, I'll go on a computer and use that shit. I don't need it right here. I don't know, man. It's not good enough yet. And Apple's just now coming out with one, so it's not going to be good at all. People have been talking shit about Siri and I like Siri where it's at, but people have been talking shit about Siri for years. So
no, but Siri's been trash, dude.
I don't know why y'all think that. I feel like it's basic. Siri is not trash. Siri is the definition of mid. I feel like it don't do nothing extra. It can tell you if you use it for the built-in apps on iPhone.
If you ask it anything more complicated than what's the weather, it literally doesn't know, and it searches
Stop
Safari.
asking
And
it
You
more
don't need to
complicated
ask
shit.
it.
That's
It's not like solve Pythagorean's theorem for this triangle.
it can do
dude,
basic
so
math.
what's the point of it, dude?
Look,
It just knows the weather,
This
dude.
is
It
the
doesn't know
point.
shit,
This
dude.
is the point.
Come on.
Every morning I ask it what the fucking weather is. Every single morning. You know what information I need every day? What the fucking weather is. I tell it.
That's
I
the
tell
only
it.
thing it knows.
I tell
It
it.
only knows
I
the
tell it
fucking
my
weather, dude.
reminders, and it puts my reminders into my calendar app. I tell it to call somebody.
Crazy.
It fucking calls
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Calling
what
people
else do I
and the
need?
weather, man. It doesn't do
You know
shit.
my most used Siri feature on every single device. Timers.
Yeah.
Timers for
Yeah,
cooking,
yeah.
for doing shit at the crib. I literally
use
tell
hella
Siri,
timers,
bro,
too.
you don't even have to
Yeah.
say the word timer. You could just say 4. You could say 4 minutes. You just hold down the button and say 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I use that like Siri doesn't need to get better for me. It does not. I don't need to tell me about the Aztecs. I don't need to tell me about the pyramids. I just need Siri to be like, yo, it's
Dude,
82 degrees. You might want to wear some
Sometimes
shorts.
I want it to like at least just complete the search for me. You know what I'm saying? But it still like just searches the wrong thing sometimes. I'm like, what the heck?
I don't know.
dude?
There's something about the asking Siri a question and having it pull up like the Google listing for me, where I'm like, that's not all I needed. I didn't need you to summarize it. I just just give me like top 3 links. Let me see what's up.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
talking about that a little last week, but I hate the stupid. I'm gonna search something. Okay, let me decide what the answer is
Yep.
for you.
Ooh. There was an interesting thing at work that happened today where I used that feature and I was like, this is weird, but I'll explain that afterwards. Cause it's like, like I didn't ask Google anything, but like, I hate that it's a default. I feel like it should be an option.
No,
on
the
side.
Google thing, dude. The Google thing is useless, dude. In my opinion. Like,
I mean, I can
I
imagine.
never
it'll
use
be-
the Google's answer. I never use Google's answer, dude.
I mean,
I always
I
click
imagine
on a
it's
link.
like,
That's why I go to Google. I go there to click a link, dude.
it might be decent for shit that I just don't use it for. Like, I mean, like if it was like what's the recipe for something basic? It might hit you with the 1, 2, 3. You don't need to look further.
No.
But then again, if it was a new recipe I was looking up, or if it was something I wanted to check out, I kind of want to look at the page you got that info from. Like,
I've been searching things just to see how smart it is.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, like,
A recipe, it might tell you to put rat poison in something.
well, that was the first
That's
iteration of it.
That's wild.
Well, no, it's just
Yeah,
still
dude.
doing things.
I've been
horribly
using
wrong.
like the other tool, Perplexity, and like what I use that for is like really specific use case, like for One Piece, right? Like, let's say I'm looking up a specific event. I can literally ask like, yo, what chapter did this event come from, right? And then what it'll do is it'll search through Reddit and like other like blogs and stuff like that and find the answer. So like that's what's actually super helpful for me. So it's like,
But like, couldn't you do that with a
You know,
query
so that-
anyway? Like, I feel like that would be like top link on Google.
I
if you typed
could,
it.
but it'd be harder. It'd be harder to find on Google. It would actually take me like 15 minutes clicking through 10 links to find the exact one, and I'd have to look through and research that. Versus this is actually like gonna cross-reference those 10 links for me. You know what I'm saying? So then I didn't need to cross-reference it. So that's one random edge case that I've been using my stuff for. Which makes it useful for me. But not everyone has that edge case. So.
Yeah. No, I haven't felt like it's been very useful to me. But we'll see if it changes. We'll see if they update.
Oh, dude.
anything.
Well,
I mean, like if I
it's
get an
been
Android
useful
phone,
to
it's
Amazon,
gonna be
dude.
Gemini. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
Siri.
so I was reading this one tweet yesterday, and basically what it was saying is like Amazon's been using their AI and generative AI to go back through old code and update it. And so instead of like obviously like hiring more engineers to go back and complete this stuff, they've been using some generative AI. And dude, apparently
I was gonna say, is it
they've been
good?
able to execute,
That's a
up
lot
to
of power.
80% of the. They've been able to execute up to 80% of the code fully through AI, and just 20% through engineers looking through it and reviewing it and stuff like this. And so they said they've been able to save over $260 million with this, which is crazy to me.
That sounds like.
And I'm
a
like,
lot
oh
of
shoot,
jobs.
that's definitely affecting the new grads and stuff like that. That's probably what is happening with these jobs right now. That's why there's very few jobs on the market right now. They're basically only taking senior people everywhere.
But it's like those people will get phased out too. I feel like I would just be, that just means that the jobs are about to go. Like, that's also like a lot of power to give a computer, in my opinion. Like, in the sense of like something could go very wrong.
Yeah, I doubt it's gonna fully go right. Exactly. Like they're gonna have a lot of eyes on it initially, and that's what's happening right now, right? Like basically everything this AI submitted, people were looking at the code and actually reviewing it right as it's going in. But dude, who knows? If it gets good enough, then people are gonna stop looking at it, dude. We all know what happens once that happens. You know what I'm saying? Then we get into some Matrix shit. You know, like people aren't gonna look at what code's actually going in anymore.
Yeah. I'm just like, dude, I don't know. At what point are just all computers going to be talking to computers and we're not there?
No, yeah. Gonna get there eventually.
Right, I think we can call it now since we got nothing else.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Oh.
I mean, no. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, thank you for tuning in. If you tuned in, we need a random fucking quote for the week. Something to get the people going. Keep them motivated.
Anyone got a quote?
Gets the people going. Did I have one the other week in my notes or something?
You and Nene were both like, we got one.
We both did have quotes.
I don't know who ended up saying theirs.
Oh yeah, you did have one, right, Josh?
I don't have it written down because definitely the last thing I have written in my notes say fighting with Uber. And I don't exactly know what that note means, so...
Interesting.
Yeah.
We can leave him with that.
Probably
fight the power.
Fight the power.
Fight the power.
Check out all the stuff we're going to be making. We got content. It drops sometimes. It's cool. But yeah.
Josh, is your content dropping soon, dude?
I don't fucking know. What kind of question is that?
I got a Blades of Glory one. If we want to audible out of it.
Throw it out. No, I thought we were going with Fight the Power. I thought Fight the Power was the quote.
Oh,
yeah, I thought that was it.
Oh no, Fight the Power.